Hey everybody, welcome back to Major Skull Gaming. I'm Major Skull. Today I thought I'd change it up in my Building 101 series. We're going to go ahead and do a PvP arena. This is good for you and a few friends, at least 3 people that really have fun in it, but you can do it with 2. Up to as many as you can fit in here. So let's get to it. First things first, let's start with a tip. Say you're wanting to build a base with a floor right here. Now, when you put down your floors, you'll notice that it goes into the ground like that. If you want to keep everything level, what you're going to want to do is walk around in the area that you're in and find the lowest and the highest parts. So, like, we're looking for something that covers the wood right now. Right there. See how that covers it? Let's just raise it up just enough to get above it. Go this way. And we know this way it gets lower, so we know that's covered. So really, you just need to, on this, because it goes on a slant like that, just to make sure that you're above everything. So walk right down here for a ways. Everything looks good so far. All right, that should do. Okay, so let's go ahead and start our build. Okay, once you have your level picked out, go ahead and start. I'm going to go ahead and raise this one up a little bit extra. I want it nice and high. I want to get it out of the reach of some of the zombies that will come by. Because really, this isn't like a base build. I don't want them to come by and just destroy this on a whim. So let's keep it up above the ground. Let's see. We'll start right there. And just start building off of it. Now, when I build these, I like to build them in odd numbers. That way you can put something in the dead center of it. So like 5 by 3 or 5 by 7. Or, you know, depending on how big it is. So that's 2, 3, 4, 10, 11. Okay, 11. I don't know if that's quite... Let's go 13. Go ahead and do this one 13 wide. Now, start building it out this direction. And 11. Let's go this direction. Oops. Sometimes you just got to walk back and forth until it kicks in. The reason you want to use floors and not roofs is you can put walls right up on the floors, but you can't do that to the roofs. And we're going to want to put some walls on this. It's pretty decent size. But I want to go even bigger. We'll do 13 by 17. Okay, let's go ahead and start filling some of these in and make it easier to place these. Okay, when you're laying these floors in, once you find your spot that you can click on and it puts your thing in every way, just try to match each one of them up in a row. Don't spin the camera around if you don't have to. Sometimes it's hard finding that sweet spot to put these in. And once you do, don't mess it up. Just try to stay on that sweet spot till you get them all put in. Mixture of moving the camera around and then slightly moving the mouse. And you'll find that snap point in there somewhere. Okay, here we go. We're just about done. Just remember, when you're finding your sweet spot to get the stuff to click in there, it sometimes feels like it moves. So spin my camera around until I find the spot that I'm looking for. And there we go. And done. All right, 17 by 13 is what we have built. Okay, here we are on the 7th floor piece right here. Let's go ahead and put our first wall up. Now that marks where our first spawn location is going to be. Now you don't want to put it too close to the wall, otherwise it could spawn you outside here, then that won't do you any good. You want to be able to spawn in your base area. As you see, it's kind of hard to get it to line up on the edge sometimes. Sometimes you just got to walk back and forth. We'll see it pop up for a second. There we go. We'll do 3 by 3. And before we put anything else up, let's do our spawn point. We're going to put a spawn point right where I'm standing. Right here in the center. Oh, that's another tip here, guys. Right now you can't roll your zoom in and out, but if you close your build menu, you can zoom in and then open your build menu back up. Okay, now that we have our spawn point in, let's go ahead and put in our storage containers. We'll start with a regular storage container and start it right here in the corner. Right about there, I think. Yep. Do our next one. Couple storage containers. Now let's do a couple weapon containers. Okay, here we go. Now this will be our storage area that you start with. Each one of these weapon crates hold 2 rows of weapons. So you could load these up with whatever weapons that you want to do for your challenge. We'll fill bows up in all of these. So we'll have 10, 20, 30, 38 weapons. Because when you die, you'll drop it wherever you're at, and then someone can pick it up. Just make it the rule where you only have 1 of each weapon type. No one can pick up extra weapons. That way they're there on the ground when people need them, when these are all empty. Then you can fill up these containers with ammo and health packs to keep the battle going longer. Now that we have that in, let's go ahead and put in our roof. When building these PvP areas, size matters. So you definitely want everything bigger than you think you'll need. We'll call this one Team A spot, and then now we'll go over to the other side and set up Team B, and I'll be right back. And there we go. That's the second spawn area put in. Let's just put in a door real quick on both of them. Okay, now that we have our 2 spawn spots put in, we're going to need to put a wall around this entire area. I'm going to put in a palisade wall to keep everybody on the area we want them to be in. Palisade does not lock in if you put it right on the plank. Makes them line up pretty decent. If you notice it starting to peel away like mine is, just kind of give it a little tap back in. Okay, you'll notice that they snap from left to right when you're facing the inside of it here like this, where you can see that piece of wood that goes along the center here. I'm gonna want to start on this end so that you can get it to line up right on that building the way we did on the other side. Okay, when lining these up, when they don't snap, the angle that I'm at right now, it won't snap going to the left here. But we need to start it at this end so it ends up even, because it comes in part way inside this. And so what I'll do is set it right in the spot. You can see where it lines up on the plank. Then you see the 2 boards that go across here that connect logs. You want to make sure that is lined up. That should do. And do this all the way down. Okay, now in this spot, you notice how it keeps clicking back and forth. You can't get it set in. Press R like you're going to lift it above, but you're really not. It just gives you free form without snapping points turned on. So let's set it right in here if we can. And now on this side, we should be able to snap them right in. I'm making a little entrance right here. You can make it anywhere. You only need 1 entrance. So what I like to use is the weapons crates. Oh, here's a tip. You notice how it says colliding right there? If I had a buddy with me helping me build this, all I have to do is hold it there. Even though it says colliding on mine, he can stand there with a hammer and put that in. So like you could put your stuff anywhere. You can make any kind of shape that you want with stuff. It works really well. For this, you have a little bit of a gap, but it won't make a difference. You won't fall through or anything. And this is how I level them out so that they're same height. You see how you can see it and you don't see it? That's how you know you're right as close as you can be. And there we have it. There's your steps. You could fancy them up by putting on a wall next to it. Like this to match your wall off of there. Press R so that you can get it exactly where you want it. Okay, let's see what this looks like. Yeah, we'll just go with that. That's fine. You can make it look as special as you want to by adding different things in there. That's all I'm gonna do. Let's go ahead though and put up a door. That's the middle one right here. So line it up on the edge here. Turn it into the middle. That. And do the same thing on this side. And there we go. And now you have your entryway. Okay, so far we've put in our spawn spots and our entryway here. Now let's find the center of our platform here. If you get to like where I'm at right now, and I'm having a hard time spotting the exact lines where they stop and start, this is a nice little easy trick. Just load up a wall piece so you know there's 1, 2, 3, 5. Okay, we did 19. That's right. We extended it. So 10. Okay, so right here is my center point. So you know that is the center going that way, and so going this way, it should be 13. So the center point would be 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So right there is dead center. Okay, I just set that one in the middle right here to mark the center of the map. That's not going to be what it looks like in the middle here. As you can see, when you're standing in the center, you can just barely make out each side. Okay, now let's build up our center piece here. Let's do 1 by 3 in the center here. Now you can do this any way that you want it, that you think will fit your style of play or whatever you have in mind for what your looks are. This is all preference here. There we go. This is going to be our center building. We're going to give each side the ability to climb on their own building here to get a height advantage. That way it's a little bit more difficult to raid over on the side where they spawn. All right, next step will be you need some stuff for cover because you'll be shooting bows or guns at each other. So you're going to need somewhere where you can duck behind to get some cover while you're fighting. So let's go ahead and put that stuff in. We'll start with directly in the center here. So go to our building here and then run over to the edge. We'll put something right here. To put something over here, let's go ahead and do a wood wall fence. You should be able to spin that around and make it go down pretty low, just above your head, which is where we want it. Let's put in this real quick just for a marker. I want it to come right out over here, even with that. So right there. And now let's go ahead and put in our fence. Spin it around. If it snaps in, press R. Line her up. Drop her down. Place that in there. Now you can remove this one. And we have a small wall here that we're able to jump over. There we go. Now we got cover. Now, let's give it a little bit extra help. Another wall. This one you can snap right to the edge and then angle it in just a smidge here. You don't want it all the way closed. Right about there should do. Copy that on the other side over here. That should do. And now we have cover to get behind. Now let's do the same thing on the other side. Okay, those are in place. Those are your first defense walls. Now, remember, you can jump right over these. And they're just for cover. Oh God, they're shooting at you. And then, you know, you just run and jump over this and you got cover. All right, now we're going to do another one. So let's start measuring out where we're going to put this. Yeah, right around here. I'm going to go back to the wall again. I'm going to put it right about there. And for this one, we're going to go this way. Just going to do a V shape. Don't forget to lower it down. You want it just over your head. Wait, lost my spot here. Let's go 1, 2, 4, 5. Okay, we'll put that in there for marker. And then we'll go 1, 2, 3 up. About that angle. And then now we'll put another one on the other side here. All right, notice how it's kind of going towards the center a little bit. This will give you room to duck down behind. So when they're looking from over there, they won't see your head. You definitely want it above their head. That way they can hide here, not just get cover, but hide. So when someone's running down, they won't see it. Now let's do the same thing on this side, and then we'll do 2 more on the other side, and I'll be right back. All right, there we go. Now we got our 4 V's in. Those will help get you cover while you're out here fighting and a place to hide. Let's put down something interesting that my good friend A Rogue Scholar did on our other build that we did on our dedicated server. If you haven't seen that live stream, go ahead and check that out. We built a pretty decent one on that build too. It's a different design than this one. Let's go with storage boxes. They're a bit taller. Still basically the same thing that a Rogue Scholar did on our build on the live stream. A little bit different than the crates he used. Put a crate. Let's do that with a weapon crate on top of it. Should be about the right height. Oh yeah. Okay, so what we're gonna do is put a weapon crate right on top of our storage crate here. All right, now we'll put in our next one. And one on the other side. We'll do this on both sides. All right, let's see what this looks like. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we have our 4 spots in. We have our 2 covers right here. We also have our 2 spawn in. Now you could just stop right now and that'd be good enough. I mean, but I'm gonna go ahead and put in some more stuff. I want to give some more cover and some more angles for attack. Okay, now I'm going to put something in these corners. They look a little bare. Let's go ahead and put up actual doors and walls here. Okay, we're going to go ahead and put these in the corner here. I'm not going to put a roof on it. This is just going to be like a little area to go in and hide in. You could hide right here, shoot out from it, easily run up to the next cover, and so on. We'll put those in every corner so they match. Go ahead and do that. He's going real easy. Load up your doorway. And pop him in. That's it. Alright. Let's just do all 4 corners. And we'll see what that gives us. And remember, this is just how I set it up. So you guys can do it however you want. Put whatever cover anywhere. Anything cool that you think looks better. Go for it. In fact, make sure if you guys do this, send me some pictures on my Discord. I'll send the link. I'll put the link in the description. If you guys could put in some screenshots with your name of your channel, if you have a YouTube channel, or your name, if you want to get credited in, and I'll show some of these in one of my future live streams, or we might do it in a video. Now I think something weird. Let's do windows. We'll do windows. Like this. All right, there we go. That's some more cover to run back and forth. And now the only thing left to put in now is our lighting. Load up a generator. Ooh, put this one inside, right in the center. On the edge where you can see it easy so you can refuel it when you need to. Now, one of the benefits to using these generators and lights, if you wanted to time your event, you could just say until the gas is gone. So when the lights go out, that's the end of the match. So we got our first one in. Let's go ahead and do lights. Where should we do our lights? Right in the center. This is my center board. Get it? Yeah, that'll do. There's one. Let's do one like that on the other side. And we got our lights on both sides. Do a light over here. I'm gonna do this one right hang over this window. And one like that on the other side. And that will be our lights for the center here. That should light it up perfect for the center. And we're gonna do one on both sides for each of the teams as well. So set this one up in the middle here. Okay, now we got our lights over each of these center windows, lighting up all this area. Now for over here, we're gonna put in another generator over here for our base. So we'll do the generator right behind this spawn spot here. There we go. Now the light, we're gonna put right over the door. There we go. Now that should be right in the center of the door of the light. Okay, and on the ends of these, we're gonna put farm plot right here. It's easy to climb on. And I believe you climb on them from the side, so let's turn them sideways here like this. There we go. Now you'll be able to jump up here. Okay, let's go ahead and give us a way on top of these over here. We'll put that in the back here. Yep, one of those on both sides on both of these, and I think this will do it for this build. Let's see what it looks like. Again, this is just my design. If you guys just see the idea, this is how you set them up to do PvP battles with your buddies. This gets everybody to respawn in one area. It confines the area, gives you cover, gives you everything you need. You got storage in each one of these that's even on both sides. You can fill these with whatever weapons and items that you want to compete with. Let's go ahead and light up our lights too, so you can see those in action. All right, guys, that's going to do it for today's video. This is my Building 101 PvP arena, and I hope this inspires you to build your own PvP arena. If it does, make sure you leave a screenshot for me in my Discord, and I'll show it when I live stream, which, by the way, I live stream this game daily except for Wednesdays on both YouTube and Twitch around 6 p.m. Eastern Standard, except for Mondays and Tuesdays around 11 a.m. and on Sundays between 1 and 3 p.m. I get on. I have a Building 101 series on my YouTube. Check those out, and don't forget to like and subscribe and follow on Twitch as well. And that way you won't miss any of the live streams when we do this. If you have some base designs or anything that you want to show everybody, leave them in my Discord and I'll make sure and give you guys credit when I live stream. As always, I'm Major Skull, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks a lot for watching, everyone.